Okay, hiya and welcome to a game of Young Boy 40k TV. This is going to be a quick battle report between Lucas's Dark Eldar and Layla's... what have you got?
Blood Angels.
Layla's Blood Angels. We've rolled for deployment type and game. The game is the Relic. The deployment type was Vanguard Strike, so it's calling it the corner. Going across this way. Lucas won the initiative. He has deployed in his corner of the board. His witches are in the radar, in cover. His Reaver jet bikes are in cover. His incubi are with the Archon as a bodyguard, and he has a 10-man squad of Cavalry warriors, 6 splinter rifles, 1 fusion blaster, 1 fusion gun, 1 splinter cannon and a power sword. Blood Angels. On the Blood Angels side we have a
Death Company.
squad of Death Company. In there we have plasma pistol, fusion infernus pistol. We have a sergeant with a power sword and an infernus pistol, and we have a dirty great power fist, as you can see. It's a 10-man squad. They're going to be full of rage. We have a 5-man scout squad company, 4 sniper rifles and a missile launcher. They're in cover at the moment with their camo cloaks. They are getting a 4+ cover save as they are. We have a 10-man assault squad, and the ubiquitous Mr. Dante leading the group. And there is the Rhino containing the Death Company, all deployed now. It's a 5, so Lucas goes first. Okay. One thing I forgot to do is mark the relic. I'm gonna put the relic there, in the middle of the board. So Dark Eldar to go first, and we'll see you the next turn. More to come. Okay, welcome to the middle of turn 1. End of the Dark Eldar turn. They shot all of their splinter rifles and splinter cannon at the scouts, killing 1 scout. The Reavers fired everything they had, did nothing. They moved into cover. The Dark Lance on the front of the radar fired at the Rhino. He missed. And we're now on to Blood Angels turn 1. Okay, here we are at the end of Blood Angels turn 1. The scout company fired everything at the Cavalites, did nothing. Completely whiffed the rolls. Pushed up, didn't do anything. Now, Assault Company shot at that, took off 2 points, then assaulted it and wrecked it. Witches are now out. This is wrecked, it's a floating wreck, floating above the battlefield. And we are heading into Dark Eldar turn 2, and no one still has the relic. Join us here at the end of the Blood Angels turn 2. Dark Eldar turn 2. Now what's happened here is he pushed up his bikes. They shot at the tank and it's wrecked. The Death Company have poured out the back. They shot their blaster at the tank, which helped it being wrecked. Death Company there waiting to pounce. Didn't fire at the Scout Company. It got very messy over here. There was a 10-man assault squad with Dante in there. The Witches attacked from the front. Lost nothing to Overwatch, made the charge. Had 30 attacks. The Incubi and the Archon attacked from behind with their 22 attacks. And completely wiped out the Blood Angels assault squad. It was those claves that the Incubi have, our power weapons, AP3. They just sliced through that armour. Dante made his 4 armour saves, his 2+ armour saves. Welcome back to the end of Blood Angels turn 2. That was an absolutely brutal round. The Death Company charged through this tunnel after the Rhino was wrecked. They assaulted the 10-man squad of Cavalites that was there. Lost a few to Overwatch, but absolutely destroyed them completely. And they've consolidated out. This combat over here, Dante took out 2 of the Witches, and even though he had 30 hits against him, Nothing managed to penetrate his 2+ row. So it's starting to show the lower strength of the Dark Eldar, whereas they started the most strongly. The Blood Angels now are coming back. The Death Company looking ominous, trying to charge them. The Dark Eldar have first blood because they took out the assault squad first. No one has Slay the Warlord, and no one has Linebreaker. So currently, it is 1-0 to the Dark Eldar. More to come. We're at the end of Dark Eldar turn 3. This fight here is not going well for the Eldar. Dante's took a wound on the last combat. He's taken out virtually an entire witch squad by himself. Over here, the Reavers shot the scout squad, killed the missile launcher, and then used Hammer of Wrath to take out one more, and they assaulted. Okay, here we are, end of turn 3 for the Blood Angels, but going to turn 4. Death Company made their charge, came in. The Incubi turned round and took 3 of them out with their power glaives. Archon and the last remaining witch took another wound off Dante. He's down with 2 wounds now. Archon hasn't been scratched yet. These jet bikes coming over here. They are still surrounding the last remaining scout sniper. They also have Linebreaker now. They're not vehicles, they're actually jet bikes, so it's not classed as a vehicle like a speeder or a tank is. So we have Linebreaker for the Dark Eldar, and we have First Blood for the assault squad that took out. So the game is currently 2-0 to the Dark Eldar. Heading into turn 4. More to come. Okay, here we are, end of turn 4, start turn 5. There are only the Archons left to get still, down to 1 wound now. The Reavers took out the last scout and consolidated over there. And they're basically holding Linebreaker because they're troops as well, not troops, but they're not classed as vehicles. We currently have this combat here. Layla could get Linebreaker if she kills the Archon and consolidates into his zone. It would then be 2-1. Currently it is still 2-0 to the Dark Eldar, but if Layla kills the Archon this turn and then consolidates into his territory, it'll end at 2-all. A draw. More to come. Okay, here we are, end of the Dark Eldar turn 5. The Archon went down. Dante smashed him with the Axe Mortalis. They then consolidated. They currently now have Slay the Warlord. The Blood Angels have Slay the Warlord, and they're about 4 inches away from getting the Death Company into be Linebreakers. And that is that. That's game over. It ends
There's no territories here.
It ends in a draw. So we have 2 points for the Dark Eldar. They had First Blood and Linebreaker. We have 2 points for the Blood Angels. We have Slay the Warlord and Linebreaker. And it's a draw 2-all. So what you do now is shake hands. It was a good game. Well done. Dark Eldar took the early start, took out the full assault squad, but Dante just held in there, took out everything else. It's a draw 2-all. And then the Blood Angels came back strongly in with that Death Company. That Death Company is brutal in close combat. And so that's the end of that. So
Bye. Hello.